And welcome back to Napoleon Total War with the Eras mod. Last time around we left you on a cliffhanger with this battle against the Spanish to see who would control Spain. And I think we've said it all, so let's go ahead and join into battle, shall we? The battle has started and the enemy has completely ruined my battle plan. I had anticipated their attack because they were attacking right, and so I had two brigades set up on either side here and perfect lines in the center where we got the light infantry in front, and on the high ground behind we have our line battalions ready to meet them. I did set the voltigeurs up front, but that was because I was thinking they're gonna march in here. I was gonna hold up the right side so that the left side would hit first, get destroyed, because as they were marching up here, that side was the side that was heavy with provincial troops. Now the entire scheme of things have changed, and they've just sent up... They have sort of played into the hand still, because they've just deployed a few of their troops, and not everything, but now my brigades are out of line with everything, and also everything's out of line. And then we're gonna bring up the reserve brigade as well. The general can stay back for now at least. Currently, the voltigeurs getting hit by fire from all sides here. But if the enemy holds its current position, I'll be able to bring my entire army in on a smaller part of theirs and hopefully crush them. One thing I think though is I'll send the cavalry over to this side. Most of their cavalry is on this side, and I want to kind of have the cavalry hit all their provincial militia and rout them in one go. Let's just hope that the voltigeurs hold for long enough that the rest of the army comes into position. I'll hold fire with the artillery here. We have shot away a few of our own out of the 37th Battalion. So far it looks fine because the voltigeurs have lost no one. And the enemy, I can't say the same about them. The thing though is we're gonna have to advance into the enemy's cannon fire because all the cannons are up here. That was another thing that happened right at the start of the battle, that they deployed them early. So I thought, oh, they're gonna keep them back here, and when they attack they're not gonna be able to bring them in. But of course they suddenly reorganized their army with the center pointing down here, completely misaligning and potentially creating a vast, flank attack, which now causes me to have to move my entire force. Now as the force is moving, we might go ahead and take the time to take a look at where the different membership units are. We've got Majovsky and the 24th Grenadiers over here. We got Gillyflowers and Grenadier Cheval moving over here. We got Tanner Andrews on the guns, currently laying fire on the enemy. And then last but not least, John Wyatt with the 13th Light Infantry right over here. And that should be all of them, unless I'm forgetting someone. So the 13th and those two units will be moving here. We should have 2 battalions on its flank with 2 battalions in reserve behind the light infantry. We got the 3 reserves set to the center. We've got then the start of the 1st Brigade with the 2 reserves following up behind. with the 2 flanking battalions. I'm moving over gillyflowers, but we might just have gilly somewhere in the center instead. Oh, the cavalry, I didn't realize. I was wondering where they were going, and I just now realized that the cavalry is going after the voltigeurs. So the enemy finally had enough of my voltigeurs. We're gonna move the reserves a little bit further back here, so they don't take as many casualties as the enemy fires through this and hits us double. Better be safe by deploying John Wyatt and the 13th into square already, and the 18th battalion right behind them into square as well, and stop my artillery from continuously bombarding them, instead focusing in on the enemy over here. The enemy cavalry was destroyed, but unfortunately so were our voltigeurs. I'd say though that the enemy's cavalry was probably a greater asset to them than my voltigeurs. Right. If there's an opportunity that opens up, then gillyflowers will take it. If it opens up in the center or wherever. This unit, this marine unit, is going straight for my light infantry. Let's hold fire to begin with. Let's try not to go ahead and shoot through our own as much as possible. Seems like they're focusing a lot of troops this way. Damn it! The enemy cannons have found Gilly, and he just lost 10 horsemen, which is not great. We'll be focusing up through here, but I feel like this flank is pretty secure and it's really breaking apart the enemy over here. We need though to get this, the 2nd brigade needs to move quickly into position. I will increase the firepower by the reserves by moving them into fire in advance. I'm gonna move the general over here. We're firing cannons into the center of all this mess. Can we produce enough fire here to break this one? Alright, we're doing fire in advance here. Let's move harder on this side. We probably just shut up tons of John Wyatt's troops. Completely unnecessary. Bringing in that brigade. I still feel like I need to hold the reserves here, because the enemy is getting really close here. I'll bring you up here and then you will cover for that unit that's coming through here. I wonder if we do have the possibility here. There's so many provincial troops coming on right now that I feel like it is the right opportunity for Gilly to strike. This should break lots of the militia troops. Oh shit, Majovsky formed square. Counter charge on the enemy. Drop this now and move into line. continue after them. Let's make sure that the guns are trained at an enemy that is not directly facing us. Let's draw back the light troops, hold fire with them. My cavalry is going through. The infantry battalions are following after. The cavalry is going strong. It's actually hit the enemy general now as well. The cazadors were pushed back. We got a new line establishing over here. The two light units moving through like this.
We have killed their generals.
Ah, the general was killed. I will order for the guns. Charge for the guns. Gilly will go for the guns. Meanwhile, 2nd Brigade is enveloping the rest. Oh, the Grenadiers, Spanish Grenadiers, broke through part of the reserve battalion or brigade. I will order some of these troops back as to not be as exposed, and we're ordering in the 18th to take part here. The guns will be focusing in on the Grenadiers, and meanwhile Gilly has attacked and is seeing off the enemy. Right, I will order these 3 up to meet the Marines. The square held and broke the enemy, so now we got 4 units dealing that way. Who's breaking now? Light troops in the center. It's oh, because I forgot to tell you guys to fire at will again. God damn it. Right, the 3 battalions were sufficient to see the Grenadiers off. It's the guards that hold epic rear action in the woods to see if the rest of the army can retreat back to Madrid, which is not great if they do. Certainly the guns won't. Gillyflowers will be set to go after the troops over here and destroy them. The general's bodyguard is still riding around, forming square here. Should force the bastard to give up. And then as we close in on the guards, we should see about being able to send them away as well. Right, there goes the general. Got 4 units dealing with the Marines. That should probably work out. 1st Guard Battalion. You know what? Let's advance these guys and see if we can't charge him down. And then have the chasseur move this way. Let's come at them from all sides here. And it's time to hold fire with the guns. Let's bring in the general to support. We got enemy cavalry rallying out here. We're more interested in bringing down the Marines. And then we'll have these 4 battalions moving after the enemy. Right. You're surrounded on all sides by a total of 6 battalions. That will now bring the pain to Spain. The guard tries to reform. They have an opening to retreat. Oh, that was unnecessary. The general just fired into the back of my own troops. The guard holds for now. Who should you be going after now? any of the units that have... Let's see. He's just out of range, isn't he? As soon as he comes in, I will target him with the artillery. The general, of course, is dead, so I'm just targeting the what's left of the bodyguard. Finally, the guard, the first guard battalion, is broken and is forced to retreat. Actually, let's move him this way, since there's cannonballs coming that way. Form into square, and you know what? We've won this battle against the Spanish, and this should lead the road to Madrid wide open. So at this point, I will declare this a victory. His result of the battle, the enemy deployed 3,000, I deployed 3,800. They lost 2,700, leaving only 300 alive. I lost 1,100, close to 1,200 men, leaving me with an army of 2,600. Highest kills goes to Gilliflowers, 387, chasing down a lot of troops. Then we got 2 nondescript Fusiliers, followed by Majovsky's 24th Grenadiers at 203 kills. And as we go down, you can see the rest. The 13th down here, which was John Wyatt, and then the cannon was Tanner Andrews over here. Of course, not being able to use canister, we can't expect that many kills from that. out. Voltigeurs probably did the worst in this battle, but then again they were just a holding action. They lost 90 men and only killed 10. But the road to Madrid should now be open. I was a fool to think that the Spanish did not have more troops guarding their capital. A second army has appeared with 2,165 troops. No general though, since he died in the last battle. But we do have a lot of big battalions. And still, they're able to bring in 2 cannons as well. So once more, there will be pain in Spain. This battle started with a very long artillery duel. They had 2 batteries, or they still do have one of the batteries left. They started off with 6 guns into horse-drawn artilleries. One of them has been taken out over here, the other one is over on this side. As long as they had those batteries, they were not advancing. Now that they only have 1 battery left, they are advancing. And as we can see, we're back at the exact same place as we started last time around. But this time I'm holding the very favorable ground. They've been sending their cavalry in useless attacks to protect their artillery every time you select your cannon and you order an attack on the enemy cannon or return fire on the enemy cannon. The enemy responds by sending their cavalry into attacks. Gonna pull the troops back a little bit. Oh, we have a unit running. Wyatt is running. Maybe the ground wasn't high enough for us to fire above here. Actually, I've got so much of my army on this side that is misaligned from where the enemy is actually going, that currently we are looking at quite the pickle if these guys are not stopped. The enemy, I want them to go further in here so I can bring these 2 up to attack the flank. But it looks like that's not going to be the case. Gilly is going to be out there. I'm bringing in troops here. Now they still have cavalry out here. Could be dangerous. Wonderful canister bringing down the Grenadier Battalion. I feel like canister is probably one of the more, in terms of like the deadliness of canister, it's probably one of the mods that does it like, it's super deadly. I don't think I've ever seen a unit get crushed in that manner. They are continuously moving up those... They were continuously moving up those batteries on the sides. And now... they will get a pretty good flank shot straight up my side here.
Sir, Sir, our general is under attack.
But I don't know if I dare send any troops to deal with that. Because there's 2 cavalry units. But I guess we're gonna have to send someone to try and stop that flanking fire. But I guess the best medicine to stop this is to actually win the bloody battle. I'm gonna pull these light troops back. I don't think they have any charge in them. So I'm gonna deploy the reserves behind the light troops over to this side. These guys are firing at us. But I don't think it's gonna be that dangerous. Currently they're firing over here, which could bounce shots all the way towards the general, which is not great. Canister has sent those guys away. Oh, look at that, the Lancer! The Lancers are set up just like that, directly towards the cannons. Round shot up that bitch. The problem here is I've lost a lot of men in my battalions. So I don't really have the strength to do that many crazy maneuvers. This battalion is continually losing troops as it gets closer and closer to the artillery. And we still have the bloody...
Our men are running.
Oh,
sir.
now the 8th battalion of the lights is running. Actually, I don't know why I'm moving like this in front of the enemy. Pull back. And then I want you two to pull back all the way up back here. And then I want canister on those guys. They just fired. I'm pretty sure they fired canister. If I am to actually hit the cannons and destroy them before they fire, we're not going to be able to take another canister hit, so maybe a canister for the militia. We might get more bang for the buck attacking those guys. No, they're able to fire once more. 35th is still going though. Oh, Gilly is getting shot up. God damn it. Come around here and then
Our
there.
men are running, sir.
Oh, who's running now? No, they broke right as they met them. There's 115. There's 11 people manning that bloody cannon. Can you turn and face those guys, maybe? You can fire on those, and we will wheel up so both of you can face the grenadiers. Fire canister into that mess. There's a lot of dangerous troops here. This side is clearly the weaker side. The question is, once Gilly
Our
actually...
men are running, sir.
Damn, someone else is running. In the middle of this 19th Battalion. A canister is needed this way instead. Enemy general! Although that was not a proper general, it was just like the Lancer unit, I think. They left the cannon though, so the 35th Battalion did its job. The center was broken. There's not a lot of willpower left in these lines. I will not be able to continue on to Madrid with these few men. We've got another battalion giving up on this side. They're gonna have to fall back to the woods. Wasting Gilly on this strong side is not gonna work. I'm gonna push him through, get rid of this, and then I'll be able to bring all of these guys over onto these people. Oh, they're turning. They're turning to face Gilly. Oh, they broke. They broke seeing the cavalry coming. Go straight through and go for the battery. Oh, another battalion broke. We have Majovsky and the 37th. I am firing canister that way, but I don't think it's working that well.
Our men are running, sir.
Another battalion breaks. 24th battalion. The cavalry goes in, breaks the grenadiers. I will relocate these 4 then. We need to move the cannons. Gilly will continue through and get those dragoons. Oh, I was gonna send up the general just to support morally. Oh, the lances are on the move. They're going for the square though. 13th battalion holds strong. They were not able to pierce the battalion. Tanner will be redeployed here. We're not losing as many men around the woods. We're being covered by that. There's basically no one left in my army. Alright, break up the square.
Our men are running, sir.
I say as the next battalion gives up. It's just Majovsky now. They need to hold a little bit longer just so I can get my battery into position. Oh, now I see why the canister hasn't been useful here. I'm gonna order Majovsky to start to pull back already. We're gonna have to allow them to come up the hill before we fire upon them. Light troops pull back. Get these troops out here. A little bit unhappy. Cavalry. The unit is on the hill. Give them a round of canister if you please. Or at least I'll give them as much bloody canister as we can. Figure one of these is probably like a guard battalion or something that needs extra attention. Majovsky is really at the edge of the wood. He can't go any further at this point. Cavalry ordered to the flank. These battalions ordered up. Canister ordered for the Marine infantry. Alright, they're broken. Turn your attention over here. Majovsky is about to break. I'm gonna order him back. These 4 plus the lights should gain ground here. Cavalry follow. Alright, they were broken as well. Means that it's only the guys in the woods left. Majovsky is not. Gilly, move around. I want to kill as many of these before they leave the field as possible, so that we can make somewhat of a safe exit out of Spain. And hopefully Grouchy will be close enough to support our retreat. I don't think Majovsky can stand it at all. The 11th break just by... Oh, we broke them. We broke them. Wonderful. This one I didn't declare victory until the very end. But there we go. There is definitely pain in Spain. Here's the result of that battle. They deployed 2,300 against 2,600. They lost 1,900 men, leaving 346 leaving the field. I lost 1,100 men, leaving 1,500 in my army. Highest kills goes to Tanner. He definitely saved the battle here with 800 kills. Followed by Gilly, killing 220, and then you can carry on through here. We won, but I can definitely not face another Spanish army. Davout has to retreat immediately. Intellectual advance! Religious uniformity. We have a gentleman in the southern Netherlands. I'll go ahead and destroy that and then continue on, but given that we had 2 battles, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to end it as soon as possible here, because it's just too long of a video at this point. Right, now we're just outside Madrid. There's a few troops, but look at the amount of troops that will spawn in the capital. And I'm down to 1,500 men. We're not going to be able to make it. Now, Grouchy is going to come and take over. He's going to get all the glory of taking Madrid. Davout has to retreat back across the river and start to resupply his troops, which unfortunately is probably going to take a while. Grouchy takes over. He's going to be supported by 3 squadrons of dragoons and another cross-dresser. I might as well go ahead and infiltrate, and he was executed. Great. I guess the Spanish didn't like cross-dressers. Who would have thought? I think this one, I'll do that one off camera, I'm thinking. Same with the rest of the rebellious forces. I have no patience for any of them at this point. For the next one, we'll actually take Spain as a whole. And I will hopefully be able to bring Ney to take Klevsmark. And then perhaps there could be an advance on Amsterdam, so we hold northern Netherlands as well. But with that, I'm gonna leave you to it. So I'll say as I always say, hopefully you guys enjoy this, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye.